Hello everybody, welcome back. This is going to be another CD review slash album review, whatever you want to call it, of the newest Old Crow Medicine Show album called Paint This Town. Now, this album just came out a few weeks ago. I'm a little behind on it. I usually like to try to get these things up, but within like a week of when the album comes out. However, I've just had a ton of music to listen to, and I really wanted to give this one fullest attention. So, Old Crow Medicine Show, they're a country string band originating in good Old Dominion right here in Virginia, just about 2 hours north of me, in a place called Harrisonburg. If you're familiar with James Madison University, Shenandoah Valley, Shenandoah National Park, Old Crow Medicine Show hails from there, but they now call their home Nashville, Tennessee. But this is the first album with the newest lineup of Old Crow Medicine Show. You still have original members Morgan Janning and Ketch Secor, who have been holding down the fort now for about 20 years. And you have longtime member Corey Younts. He's a multi-instrumentalist. I think he's played with everybody from Devil Makes Three to Jack White. So Corey Younts is on here. Then it's also rounded out by new members, Jerry Pentecost on drums and percussion. You have Mike Harris on electric guitar and gitjo. And then you have Mason Villa on mandolin, guitar, and background vocals. So it's a different group than started out 20 years ago when it was founded with Ketch and his friend Critter Fuqua, as well as Willie Watson, who joined early on. And different band, but Ketch is leading the charge, and Morgan is holding down the bass notes. So about this album, this is the booklet. As you can see, they were kind of going toward a more urban vibe on the cover with all the Old Crow graffiti shown on here. And what's interesting about this album is it incorporates a lot of Americana influences. So the first single that was released of this album was called Paint This Town, which a lot of people said sounded a lot like John Mellencamp. And I agreed. I heard it and it sounded a lot like small town, pink houses, like mid-'80s John Mellencamp. And then, it cuts right into the next song called Bombs Away, which is classic Old Crow, fast singing, fiddle playing, great stuff. Gloryland almost sounds like an antebellum Civil War era song. Really cool. And what's cool about this album is it's political in nature. It's got some pretty heavy songs on here, and but it's also got the fun of an Old Crow album. So you have Ketch Secor, who's the predominant lead singer, fiddle player, and he knocks out the first three songs on his vocals. Fourth song is called Lord Willing and the Creek Don't Rise, which is actually my favorite song on the album. It's sung by Corey Younts. It's just one of those fun songs. He even incorporates the line Old Crow into it. And let me see. How does he say it? He says, "It's only half a mile as the old crow flies, good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise." Really fun. It's just a great song. And he actually sounds a little bit like Pokey LaFarge, who I've talked about. So that's pretty cool. Probably my least favorite song on the album is Honey Child, which is the fifth song. And it's a Ketch Secor sung song. And the reason it's probably my least favorite is that it sounds very similar to a song on their last album called Old Hickory, which was my least favorite song off of that album. And just kind of a bluesy in a minor key kind of song. It's okay. Actually, I take that back. My favorite song on the album is number 6, called Reasons to Run. Beautiful song, beautiful ballad. It's a Ketch Secor song. The chorus goes like this. They say, "The Lone Ranger still rides and I hope he's having fun. But with every passing season, I'm running out of reasons to run." It's just a beautiful song about, aging. Old Crow, they're in their late 40s, early 50s, some of them. And it's just, everybody hits that, that midlife point where they start really thinking about life and why try to chase youth when you know you can never get it. So that's a beautiful song. And then the song Painkiller, which is co-written with Jim Lauderdale, Americana legend, who also co-wrote Paint This Town. He, let's see. That one's kind of like part two to their song Methamphetamine. They say, I hear the whistle and it's making me sweat. It's getting closer, but it ain't here yet. Climbing that smokestack is going to burn my brain. Lord, I'm holding on tight, trying to get through the night upon Painkiller. And another thing that I should have mentioned earlier as well, really interesting, is that I think they kind of dipped into their vaults a little bit, because the song Gloryland was co-written with Critter Fuqua, who I mentioned was a founding member. And then Lord Willing and the Creek Don't Rise was also co-written by Willie Watson, who I also mentioned, who really holds on to that string old-time tradition. And then you go to the song Used to Be a Mountain. That one's probably my second least favorite on the album. Just really fast-paced song. Again, another kind of opioid drug song. And then you have another song after that, which is really good, co-written by Americana guitarist Molly Tuttle, and also co-written by Jerry Pentecost, who is the new percussionist. And what's cool is, because they're a string band, you have Jerry Pentecost, who is an African-American gentleman right there. Really cool guy, and I know he's added a lot of energy to the group. I know he's done talks about African Americans and country music, and how it's important to show that country music, bluegrass, is not just for one or the other, that it's all encompassing. And the song that he sings and co-wrote, it's called D. Ford Rides Again, which is about D. Ford Bailey, who was an African American. Back in the early days of the Grand Ole Opry, he was a harmonica player, and he was kind of forgotten about until fairly recently. I know on the new Ken Burns country music special, they talk about D. Ford Bailey. But it's cool because the chorus goes, blow, blow, D. Ford, blow, play that Pan American, whoa, whoa, where did he go, D. Ford Bailey rides again. Just really fun song, and Jerry Pentecost has a good voice. And then one of the more politically charged songs on here is the song called New Mississippi Flag, and it's written by Ketch Secor. Just really cool. It talks about, there was a vote to change the design of the Mississippi flag, as it, and I'm not getting political here. I'm just telling what happened. The Mississippi flag had a Confederate flag as part of it for years, and just recently, I think toward the fall maybe of last year, they changed it. Now it's got this really cool like magnolia bloom on it. And it's just about what everything represents on the Mississippi flag, the new one. Like Ketch, he sings, she'll be the color of the big muddy, green as a burial mound, gold like stars twinkling on a sleepy little Delta town. In the middle, put a big magnolia, raise her up from the Capitol ground when the brand new Mississippi flag goes flying. He talks about she'll have a stripe for Robert Johnson, one for Charlie Pride, two African Americans in the blues and country world. So really good song. I really liked it. It's grown on me quite a bit. Next is another kind of political song, John Brown's Dream. Of course, John Brown was a renowned abolitionist just before the Civil War started. They just talk. It's cool. This one actually reminds me of Tom Waits, because it's like Ketch sings it through a megaphone, and he's like really like yelling and screaming. It's really cool. It's very Tom Waits. He said, one of the lines is, then John Brown spoke with a neck full of rope, because he was hung. This blood I shed for thee, for the sin of this land can never repent until every slave goes free. And he's like, Ketch is just wailing it into the megaphone. Really cool. And then the last one is another lead vocal by Corey Younts called Hillbilly Boy. This one was also written by Critter Fuqua. Just really, really good stuff. They say, hillbilly boy, fire up your fiddle, play that soldier's joy, fox on the run, show him how it's done, pass that jug of wine and let it shine, let it shine. Just a great, it's very like old time string band music, and it's a really great album. I'm really enjoying it. It's one of my more listened to albums this month already, and I can't wait to listen to it some more. So let me know if y'all have heard about it. Let me know if y'all like Old Crow, and I'm just gonna keep spinning that album. So y'all be good. Take care. I'll talk to y'all real soon.